In October of 2017, Elder Robert D. Hales passed away. On January 2nd of 2018, shortly after 10 p.m., President Thomas S. Monson passed away. On Sunday, January 14th, the remaining living apostles, 13 of us, gathered in the fourth floor of the Salt Lake Temple. We came fasting, we came praying, with the primary question being, should the First Presidency be reorganized? And if so, who should be the president of the church? I confess that I would have trusted the process, but something very unique happened. Each apostle was asked in turn the question, should the First Presidency be reorganized? And if so, who should be the president of the church? Each apostle spoke in turn. And something began to swell in my heart. I knew in my mind and in my heart what the Lord's will was. And so did everyone else in the room. And with that, a chair was put in the middle of the room. President Nelson was seated there, and 12 apostles put one hand on his head, the other on the shoulder of the apostle next to him. And Elder Dallin Oaks, acting as voice, began this setting apart and ordination by saying, Russell, Marion, Nelson. And as he did that, I can only describe it as Pentecostal. There was a feeling, a power, a piercing, a burning that came into that room. And I felt it head to toe. And I knew that I had my hand on the prophet of God. I knew it. I wish all of you could have been there. You couldn't. But I don't think God wants this to be a secret. If you ask him for that witness, you too will know that Russell Marion Nelson is God's prophet on the earth today.